Hey guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Toho.
I'm Amon.
And he said he's going to say, "This is how I met your mother," but he chickened out.
No, I don't check it out. Hi, kids. This is how I met your mother.
So we were actually going to do this video for our anniversary in November, but there's a subscriber who asked us if we can do this video. So we decided, oh well, we've just actually celebrated our sixth, what do you call?
Yeah, 6 years.
The traditional wedding.
Lobola.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we celebrated that on the 25th of June.
Yes.
So, okay, background story. How did we meet?
Um. Yeah. Good question. How did you meet? So, uh, I had a friend, more like a sister, who was from Botswana. She had moved to Zimbabwe, from Botswana, and we kept on talking. We kept on talking, and she was what is happening? She was telling me how she's got a friend in Botswana, and I think me and the friend would work out, and I was saying no ways.
So yeah, so she's actually Zimbabwean and she had lived in Bots for at least a decade. I've known her. I knew her like,
Maybe 15 years.
yeah, well now it's 15 years, but then yeah, I knew her close to a decade in Bots, and she had relocated here. And she kept on telling me about this friend that she met at church, and I had to meet him because he thought we were he thought we would be compatible. And I kept on saying to her, no ways. And she kept insisting, and I was like, if you like him so much, why don't you marry him? And so I came to visit because I wanted to see how she's settling in back home. And that's when I met Amon.
Yeah, I remember I think the first time we met, with Bulawayo Theatre, amphitheater, when we came. We were supposed to watch a show,
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, and yeah, electricity went out, and we ended up going out for coffee.
And we did watch the show the next day.
We watched the show the next day, and then the coming weekend was the coming weekend. We had a camp. We had a camp at the church, in the bush. We had a camp with young people, and her and a friend came, yeah, to visit, and at the camp, and we were sitting around the fire, and we were just talking different things, and they were talking on how much they don't want to exhaust any energy, and I'm the guy who likes camping, fishing, hunting, who likes the bush actually. So I'm looking at this and thinking, no ways, this is not going to work at all.
Yeah, let me tell you guys something. So I come to camp. So my friend had organized this whole camping thing. And I had grown up going to youth camp until I was 30. I was like done camping. I don't want to camp. And so they have organized this camp, and basically she's organized my life when I come to Bulawayo. And I get to camp, and Amon has organized the camp. There's grown-ups, there's young people, there's small children. But everybody is like, Amon, where's this? Amon, where's this? Amon, where's this? Amon, where's that? And I was not impressed. So he was talking about how he likes to hunt, fish, whatever. But I was just like, whatever. I don't want to exert any energy. Yeah. So he decided that I wasn't a match.
Yeah, so I just decided, from that, and just how we're opposite in a lot of physical things, but spiritually, as we're talking about God things, we're kind of similar in a unbelievable way. So there was that, bigger than anything else, but that wasn't really much of a big deal, because I just thought I'm an outdoor person, so I'm going to um, be frustrated with this person who doesn't want to go outdoors. And so what happened is she was there for like a week, 2 weeks,
10 days.
10 days, over almost about a week and some days. So I had asked a few friends. I've asked one of um pastor, more like a father to me, to pray with me, because I a friend was talking about this girl so much, and that's why I liked her. She was good for the eyes, as you can see. But hey, it was just the energy part that was a bit concerning. So I like, you know what? Let me ask few people to pray with me, and find out if she's the one. And yeah,
Well, I don't know what to say. Amon makes me sound like I'm lazy. I'm not lazy.
no, you're not.
He prefers, he's more outdoorsy, and I'm more like a homebody. I'm the girl who will sit with a novel and read a book while he's like out in the garden or out doing something outdoors.
Yes, no, you're not. I'm not saying you're lazy. I'm just saying, like you're saying, I would be outside with a peak or something, working in the garden, or even just outside sitting.
Yeah.
You prefer to sit in the house.
Hence, you saw the video. Well, I ate in the house and he ate outside, but eventually I came to join him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what was the other thing? Yeah, I would say that we connect more on a spiritual level. Personality were different.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. Met her in 10 days. That was close towards December. That
Yeah.
was close towards December. It was in December actually, and she went back. She went back in boards, and then just as we were chatting with a few people, and these are people that I respect honestly, spiritually, in terms of guidance. I asked them a few times about other girls, and literally they just said, no, if you want trouble, yeah. and when I asked them, they said, I think it's a girl. What do you think? And I thought it was a girl as well. I hardly knew her. And after how many?
It was about the end of the.
December.
It was after your birthday.
Yeah, after
It was
actually asked
on your
you asked,
birthday.
yeah, on my
He likes
birthday.
himself. He asked me to marry him on his birthday.
So yeah, so for many people, you're thinking, yeah, engagement time, do this, let's date and stuff. I didn't believe in that. I always used to tell people that I'm more like a sniper, where I have one bullet and I have to use it wisely. So I had no time to try and do ask for try and do dating and stuff. So I thought, hey, time is coming, my birthday is coming, and summoned up courage, and they asked her to marry me on my birthday.
And on my side of the story, so I meet Amon and he's this amazing guy, and I'm realizing actually the way that he just gives his life for everybody. It's like he treats people. If it was another guy, another situation, if I saw him be nice to all these girls, I'd be like, oh, yeah. But I noticed that his love was kind of for everyone. But so I thought he was an amazing guy. But I was still like, no. And there was like, then you hear all these stories about police this and all the political things, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I want to live in Zim. So anyway, I go. Let me tell you guys something. Amon proposed before he proposed. He gave me a painting, and on this painting, he wore his heart on his sleeve. So what do I do? So basically, I just asked the Lord. I was like, you know what? I can't say no without ever talking to God about it. And when I did, I felt like God was saying, Amon is who he is. Like, what you see is what you get. And I felt like I could trust him, but I felt like God was releasing me to say, I have a choice. It's not like he's forcing me into this. Like, I have a choice. And yeah, it was my decision to make. And as I was praying about it, I felt like if I ever had like Amon married someone else, I would be sad. And that's how I said yes. So Yeah, I came back and we did the official engagement. He
Yeah.
proposed at the Nesbit Castle.
Yeah.
He totally blew me off. I knew that the proposal was coming because a friend squealed. My friend that I came to see, she squealed. And Amon eventually found out later because eventually I confessed.
Yeah.
However, the way the proposal was planned, it still surprised me. So I was still blown away. And he had hired a private room at the castle. We had an amazing dinner, and the girl came with the ring with the desserts. I was expecting dessert. I wasn't expecting a ring there, so I was surprised. Okay, so by the way, Amon thought that we were going to be married in 2 months, and I
Yeah.
knew that it wasn't going to happen. But he quickly found that out. He thought he was going to do this shortcut Lobola process. In fact, in the beginning, he didn't think he was going to do the Lobola, but I knew he was going to have to do it. And what he thought was 2 months ultimately took us 2 years.
2 years.
So he did say that he did not believe in dating, but the 2 years was good because we got to know each other before we got married.
Yes, that's true. So yeah, I thought I guess you become like the people you become like the people you or you want to become like the people who meant you, who mentors you up. So people who mentored me, they had an amazing story. They proposed and they were married in how many weeks? Um,
I don't know.
they were married in like they were married in like I think 2 months or something like that. So I always thought, hey, when you know, you know she's the right one. Why do you want to take much time? But what I had not put into consideration was the Lobola part and how they do it in Botswana. I thought we were going to actually I thought I was going to just go down boards and ask his father for daughters and marriage, and that was going to be okay. And wow, we get married. Wow.
He has issues with Lobola. I think because of the way that people do it. I think Lobola was traditionally meant to bring two families together, and also to strengthen families. Like traditionally, sometimes another family is weaker
Mm.
economically, and another one is stronger, and Lobola was supposed to help.
Yes, so on that side, on I think it's another video for another time. Really, we're going to look at maybe the strength and the weaknesses of Lobola. But I found over a period of time, I found more strength in Lobola and just honoring the parents more than anything else. But yes, there are times where it's used for abuse, where it end up becoming abuse, where it end up becoming a business. So yeah, I had not put that into consideration. So here in Zim, we say amalobolo kapeli, meaning you don't finish paying for the bridal price. And what we do is you pay half, and then the rest you pay as you go. As you go, show parents, kids, you go and go with the cow. As you go for something else, you go with something. But yeah, when we went to Botswana, we thought we were going to go pay half and have another half for the wedding. We're never we me and Tshego, we're never a big people wedding type of people. We're happy to just do tea and cake, and that was it. We knew what was important for us was the ceremony and being blessed at the church. So we're never too much of a big thing. So I thought that was going to work out so easy, but yeah, it ended up taking us 2 years.
Difference with Zim, like Zim lobolas are quite high. So with ours, it was actually quite very low,
It was actually.
and it still went into the wedding.
Yes, and most of the stuff that they charged and stuff is the stuff that they gave us back for the wedding, or more like when they were bringing her back, they brought her back with those blankets and those actually the clothes we has and stuff. So you that's where you actually get to see the beauty side of the culture, and at the same time the parents wants to see the commitment that you are able to take care of their daughter honestly.
Anyway, so we did the ceremony here.
Yeah. So we had three weddings.
Yeah. We had the
Um,
traditional wedding in Bots.
yes, and then we did the ceremony here, the signing.
And the day that my parents basically brought me to Amon's family was combined with the ceremony to make it easy. It was the
Yeah.
same day. Yeah. And yeah, at the wedding here we had tea and cake after church.
Mm.
And Amon had given invites to a few people that he had personal relationship with this side. And of course, I was coming with the people that I have a personal relationship from bots. It was a small team, and we had like a bring and share.
Yeah.
It was a braai,
Bring and Bry, yeah.
but he actually provided the meat for the braai, and everybody brought salads and suches and whatnot.
Yes.
And the bot wedding.
Yes.
So
Mm.
this is such an arrogant statement. I still have to say that our wedding was the best wedding I've ever attended.
I think so. I think I've been to a couple of weddings, but our wedding was so simple. Was so simple and not that were cheap, but it was affordable. It
Yeah.
wasn't very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I find that a lot of times when like you hire venues and stuff, it can be a bit expensive. Like in bots, you have these tents that you hire for like 2,000 US dollars, like
Yeah.
20,000 pula, and you're getting a tent with nothing before you get anything. But we booked because of also space at my parents' house, there's not much yard space. And we also we wanted a wedding that you can afford. You know, a wedding from home, like even in a village in bots, you will think that it's cheaper, but it's actually expensive because you start with these tents for 20,000 bucks,
Mm.
which is 2,000 US dollars, and then you still have to hire chairs, tables, cutlery, plates,
Mm.
and then you still have to come up with all the food and you kill a beast, and it adds up. I bought my dress on AliExpress. It was $90, and I paid another $40 for it to come by by shipping. Amon got his suit second hand at
Yeah.
our boutique.
Yeah.
We wanted a suit with a tweed jacket. Really, what we were looking for was a tweed jacket.
Yeah.
And then he found a three-piece tweed suit. And then we chucked away the pants and we used the two-piece jackets.
Yeah.
And we got khaki pants.
Yeah.
What else did we get?
That was it.
I feel like it was like blessing after blessing.
Yes, it was.
People contributed to make this wedding what it was. And
Yeah.
my friend who is a diplomat, it's more like my big sister, her friend who is also a diplomat, she worked in Bots, but in Lesotho, she had her own business where she does weddings and functions. And so she went and got flowers for us. And she had a trip to Joburg. And while she was there, she got flowers for us from the farm where she buys flowers and charged us cost. So we paid for those flowers only 2,000 rands. The hotel gave the first they were charging for the cloths to cover the tables and chairs, the white cloths to cover tables and chairs, and then they said we'll throw that in for free. We bought burlap for the rustic theme, all the tree slices that were in the center,
Yeah.
the wedding table numbers.
Table numbers, we did them ourselves.
Amon worked hard. He chopped trees, engraved trees.
Trees, make some carvings for key holders, presents.
Did you plant trees back? there's an ironwood tree that literally gave its life for our wedding.
Yeah, a couple of trees.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I can't even think what else. But like we had like even the wedding, like our family like contributes like money towards weddings. And literally once every contribution was in, we had this wedding. It was beautiful. It was in a hotel.
Yeah.
It was a standard we were not expecting. We were expecting tea and cake.
Yes.
And we had this wedding and we're debt free. We
Yeah.
didn't have to pay a cent after that. So
Oh.
and they threw in a room and I'm like, why did we not take photos? Like we don't even have photos for the hotel room.
Yeah.
And it was a huge room. It was a new hotel in Gabs and the room was huge.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the moral of the whole story? If you can, get married cheaply.
Yes, no, definitely. If you can get married cheaply, and but yeah, if you're a boy, pay that lobola. But no, besides that, for me, I think more than anything else is spiritually. Um, People normally talk about being equally yoked, and most people don't know what in what level, in what ground. And for me, it's more spiritually. Sometimes you might have different personalities, and I'm sure no one wants to marry a person who's got the same personality as them. That house will always be on fire. But yeah, or too quiet, it will freeze. But but yeah, I think if you can click spiritually, if you if you have a few things in common, and then for me, I would say go for it. If you believe in the same belief, if you have same um, conviction in terms of the word of God, and then I think the rest the Lord puts it in place.
Well, you said it all.
Yeah.
I was hoping this video was not going to be long, but I knew it had the likelihood of being long. But thank you for your patience and for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.